show, we thought, you know, let's just go big or go home and not do one show, but we'll do 2 shows. And we decided, let's do 2 completely opposite shows. So we got this really out there, funny comedy about this gay man. Then you got this really serious and dark drama about the zombie apocalypse.
We decided to do both a comedy and a drama because we like the contrast of the 2 plays. We thought we'd open with a comedy on a light note so that the audience can get into it and have a good time, and then end on a more serious note, hopefully with something to take away from this, something to think about.
This being our first show, and the first time in probably 15 years maybe that I've actually, maybe 12 years that I've actually done theater, I thought, you know what, there's no better way to get into it than just to dive in. So I wrote these 2 plays, got them all figured out, sorted out, edited, and then I just dove in and I just started figuring out what we're going to do for the website, figuring out what we're going to do for the shows, where we're going to have it, how we're going to organize everything. And within a month and a half, we had already started casting. Planning the budget was, I don't know, it wasn't so much planning a budget, it was more just how much money am I willing to spend without going completely broke. So I just kind of had a look at everything, and I figured out approximately what everything was going to cost. So I did a really quick rundown on how many props we're going to have, how much time we're going to spend on the makeup for the zombie effects, what kind of a venue we're going to get. Because I didn't want to get like a really small venue that didn't really have a stage or wings, because I knew that we're going to need space for a set. So I just kind of figured out approximately what it was going to cost for everything. And then having the pre-show party kind of added to that too. So I just picked a number that was somewhat doable, and we just kind of been working within that number. The venue search was interesting because I have never had to find a venue for anything before in my life. So I basically just went online, I did a whole bunch of Google searches, I found websites that talked about where you can find venues. There was this one site that had a giant list of venues. There had to have been at least 200 venues listed on this website, and I went through them one by one. I found their websites, I went to the website, I looked for any kind of information I could about what it was going to cost to rent it, or if they even rented it out. And then I just found something that fit within our budget. It's a great space. I love where we're going to be performing. If you don't know, it's at the Transact Club. It's got a nice stage, nice wing space, a lot of seating areas, and there's a bar, which is a bonus for everyone.
So A Man of Two Minds is a 1-act comedy about a gay man who's not sure if he's gay or not. He has this really crazy mother who's always stepping in and taking control, and she really wants to be involved, and she means well, but she's kind of crazy.
But Casey doesn't want to have grandchildren for his mother. He wants to have a happy life. He just wants to be happy. And he finds that happiness when he just randomly runs into the guy Jared, who he ends up having a first date with.
And then there's Veronica, the girl next door type character, who the mother is really enthusiastic about because of her childbearing hips, and she really wants Casey to go for the nice girl who can make him grandchildren and just have a nice, normal family, but that's not really what Casey wants.
And the rest of the play is about the date that they have. It's Casey going back and forth from date to date. He's trying to juggle them both. His mind and the actions of the play correlate with what's going on. And in the end, he kind of has to decide if he wants to have Veronica or Jared, tacos or sausages, or pie or cake. You'll get the references when you come watch the show.
Lost Refuge is a dramatic zombie apocalypse 1-act play about Richard, the main character, who's coming back into his daughter's life after 6 years of being away, and they don't really know each other, and it's kind of an awkward time because the world is falling apart around them.
The play opens up with the first scene of his wife dying. So he's now left in this barn with his daughter. Neither one of them know who they are. They're trying to figure things out. The story is all about his emotional journey coming back to his family. He's dealing with the zombie apocalypse, he's dealing with the death of his wife, he's dealing with the fact that his daughter hates him, and they're just trying to make things work. They're just trying to survive. And all the while, there's zombies that are constantly trying to break into this barn that they're in. And there's a few times where some of them do get in and they have some, fighting them off and whatnot. It gets kind of gory.
And they bring up the past. It's kind of gruesome, both literally and figuratively. And they fight their way through the zombies to hopefully a happy ending.
For our first performance, being that it's our debut show, we just wanted to have a pre-show party just to bring people together and just have a good time before the show starts.
We thought we'd have a pre-show party as a celebration of all our accomplishments to this point, something to say that we finally made it and this actually happened.
We're going to have live music, we got catering with desserts, we got the bar. We just want to have a nice social atmosphere where everyone can get together, have some drinks, have some food, listen to some good music, and then sit down and get ready for the show.
Jeremy Panda is an indie Toronto musician who's coming with us for the first time, opening up at our debut party.
So Cheesecakes is a small business that's owned and run by my friend Chi, who's going to be catering the desserts for our pre-show party. And let me tell you, her desserts are delicious. That is all you need to know.
If you'd like to keep up with us, you can go to bonyfiddlelive.com for updates on our current shows and all upcoming shows. You can also like our Facebook page at facebook.com/bonyfiddle and follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/bonyfiddle.